What is going on, people? It's your boy InfamousTrainer, and today we're looking into Pokemon Sword and Shield leaks. We have some information about this gentleman here in the picture, as you guys can see on this side. His name is called Wiseman, so he's gonna be the Wiseman Pokemon leaks. I want to jump into it, so let's go ahead and start, man. So as you guys can kind of see, the format that they use for this entire leak information is they actually went with a Q&A style of answering, hey, what questions do you guys have? I'll answer these about the Pokemon Sword and Shield. And so far, these are looking like they could possibly be true. Again, make sure you guys always take any leaks with some grain of salt, and if you guys are excited for the video, make sure you guys do give the video a like. But let's dive into the first question. All right, so it looks like someone said, what is one non-legendary Pokemon? We haven't seen any leaks, trailers, or anything like that, and what is the name of it? So you know, I'm really excited to read about this part. So he says that one Pokemon that he's personally liked, being the Wiseman, it says that Roly-Coly's evolution, call it Rollicasta, because Rollicasta sounds like a legitimate Pokemon name and it sounds really cool. It says sort of like a minecart that creates its own track. So I find that interesting simply for the fact that we actually have it to where we can, you know, use trains to travel, you know, and trains are on tracks in the Pokemon Sword and Shield game. So that kind of possibly confirmed, possibly. The next question we have here is, okay, what about one that isn't a legendary, an evolved stage of someone we haven't already seen or something in trailers? So essentially a Pokemon we haven't seen yet, and he says Turfworm. As you guys can kind of see, it's more off to my left of the screen of me, but he said Turfworm is going to be a ground and bug type, which is super interesting since we haven't had a bug and ground type since Nikaido back in Gen 3. And then it lost that typing after it evolved, so that's really interesting, and I'm kind of excited to see what that is. Can you name one non-starter, non-legendary Pokemon that's not in the game at all? As in been cut? Salandit. So all you Salandit fanboys and girls, Salandit is not coming back into the game. That really sucks, but I mean, kind of expected. Not all the Pokemon making it initially, but there is hints and information being talked about, or, you know, I guess leaks saying that we will be getting DLC for the game. So, and they'll be putting Pokemon back in as well. All right, the next question we have here are, what are the box legendaries typings? What is the elephant Pokemon Chairman Rose sends out in the trailer? What is a pseudo legendary, and any cool ghost type Pokemon? So this person, Wiseman, only answered one question out of this. I'm answering the first question, so I'm guessing he's only asking one question. You know, if it's a combination of the same question, it looks like he'll answer it, but he only answers, what is the box legendary typings? It's going to be a Steel Fairy type. That is really OP. That is very OP. I'm hoping Steel affects it. I'm hoping Fire affects it, because that's an OP typing. Simply for the fact that Steel beats Fairy, and then if you can't use Steel against Steel because it won't work, and you can't use Fairy against Fairy. It just doesn't work at all. So it's really interesting, the fact that we're going to be having both of them, not just one, but both of them be a Steel and Fairy type. That's really interesting. Next question we have here is, what is the pseudo? Any cool dragon Pokemon, any form from non-Kanto Mons. So it looks like he just answers one question again, and the pseudo is called Ouroboros. I'm guessing is what that is called. I'm interested. I'm very interested. So essentially I have a picture of what an Ouroboros is and kind of what it can turn into, or, you know, whatever a picture I post edit, right? Essentially it starts as a worm and ends up at a giant self-eating dragon snake. Sounds dope. Ghost Dragon, love the typing, want to see it. So a lot of cool stuff. Nothing else is really right here. We'll scroll back to the top. We'll be on the right half of the screen now, over on this side. So make sure you guys are looking at the top. So we have some juicy, this is my favorite part, we have some juicy information talking about the Pokemon Sword and Shield starters. This is interesting. This is very interesting. So starter Evos. Let's dive into it. Grookey, Grookey, and Grookey. So I like the name. I love the names for Grookey. Especially like the Grookey, Grookey. Those are really awesome. Grookey really makes me just a little bit worried. There was a leaked picture not too long ago showing almost like a female version of what the evolution could be. It's really feminine, and nothing wrong with that, of course, but it really didn't like fit both, because I don't really like evolutions for starters that don't fit the male and female, because like Delphox looked obviously more feminine than it did look, you know, more masculine. So I want to find a Pokemon that can fit both, because it just makes more sense that way, right? So you know what I mean, either way though, it looks dope. But the interesting thing is, right, it's a grass normal type. That's really weird. A grass normal type starter Pokemon, that's really bold. And the only reason I'm thinking is for the sound type attacks, like your Uproar, like your echoed boys, I think those are gonna play a part, if this is true, into the Grookey line. Either way, I'm excited for Grookey. I think that's who, actually I'm pretty positive either way who I'm using on this channel, so hopefully you guys are excited for that. Scorbunny. So you have Scorbunny, Reboot. Reboot is one we've heard 1,000 times. Reboot has been confirmed at this point. And then Hair Trick, which is going to be just a pure fire type. I know that people, even myself, I really want a fire electric type. That would be freaking awesome. It'd be awesome, and I want to see that, so hopefully we do get to see that soon. But you know, it looks like it is going to be a pure fire type. Next up, we're going to have Sobble, Sizzle, and Inteleon. We know this. Only thing we weren't 100% confirmed on was the typing. Everyone thought it could just be a pure water type, a water ghost type, or a water poison type. It has a spy theme. I like it. Water poison all the way. I just want to know what its weakness is going to be, just for the fact that it beats ground types, but ground is super effective against poison. I just need to know the typings. Just need to know the typings. Alright, jumping into the next part of it, looks like, tell me about Impidip, Wise One. So it looks like Impidip is going to be hanging upside down in caves like bats, of course. That's really cool. And it pounces on you off screen. What? What? You pounce on me off screen? That's crazy. It evolves into a gargoyle demon vampire thing named InfamousTrainer. I love it. I love it. I think I am going to be picking up Impidip for my playthrough because the typing is awesome. The typing is dope, and I want to see what that Pokemon can do. So, scrolling down a little bit more, will Scorbunny look like a furry in his final Evo, and will Salzbug be in the game? Looks, of course, he answers one question, not two. If it's related, he answers it. Looks like he says Heartrick is somewhat humanoid, but his facial features are very animal. So I'm guessing it's gonna have almost like a Trix bunny, which like a lot of the leaked pictures have been looking. That's what I'm expecting it to look like. So really dope. Tell us about the legendary dog's abilities. They both guide. Whoa. Just read that. Hold on. They can both Gigantamax for the whole battle. It worries me. I'm not sure if it means they're going to never be usable in other games. That is over the top. That is OP Pokemon. I love it. It's great. I love it. It's really cool. So it looks like here we have another question. Someone said that, hopefully I'm not saying her name, Elena is a Lucamine of Pokemon Sword and Shield. She's, possibly the villain. They say Elena is the Plumera, but Rose is not the Guzma. So you can see more of Elena being the type of Plumera character. Not necessarily being bad, but not necessarily being good either. I don't really know how that plays as much. I didn't really care for Plumera's storyline in Pokemon Sword and Shield or Ultra Sun. Sword and Shield. Pokemon Sun and Moon and Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. But it's cool. It's cool. Next question we have here is, what other Pokemon are getting Galarian forms or new evolutions? And he says that Delibird, the Santa present giving Pokemon, is going to become an iced and ghost type, and it's like a butler. That's really cool. That's really dope. I really want to see that. That makes sense for the UK. A lot of royal rich families out there, so that's pretty dope. He says, do you know if there's any plans for follow-up games like a Ultra Sun and Moon or Emerald or Platinum? No, sorry. So that does not confirm anything. I wouldn't want any follow-up games like that. If anything, we deserve a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake. Just knock it out the park. Diamond and Pearl remake. They both can have Giratina in them. Just easy stuff. I'll bite. Tell me about Beatty and Marnie. Bede or Beatty, however you want to say it, is a rich snob. Marnie is a reluctant celebrity with a secret quest to defeat Xerneas and Gigantamaxing. So, the storyline for this game is going to be really interesting. I'm really excited to see, because there's so many different characters, and hopefully they introduce a lot of these characters within the Pokemon Sword and Shield anime as well. That'd be really interesting also. And it says, what exactly is Xerneas, and is he the third legendary? So I'm going to read this information. Xerneas is a giant Pokemon that came from below, which is turning Pokemon giant to wipe civilization and technology off the face of the planet. So that is interesting. So these have been all of the Wiseman Leaks, lots and lots of information. I'm very excited to see what they're going to do for Pokemon Sword and Shield. If this is true, Wiseman, if this is true, thank you. If it's not, and some of it's true, still thank you. Again, guys, make sure you guys always take it with a grain of salt here on the channel, just in case, because leaks are always getting crazy. There's always leaks every single week. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys do comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.